Renowned charismatic former Brave Warriors head coach Ricardo Mannetti today launched his book titled A Decade of Football in Namibia.
This took me longer than what I've promised you. Everyone sitting here, the Debt Marine people, NDC, Standard Bank, FNB, I told them, guys, it will take a few months. And then mail after mail was, I had to write. Later on, I kept quiet. I said, nah. And my team, Marco and his guys, they were on my case. Coach, what's happening? But I just wanted it to be perfect because it's the first of its kind, and I didn't want to do a bad job and set a standard. I just wanted to do it right. Okay, so it's a 104-page magazine. Now that's massive. We have a lot of partners in there, companies, corporates sitting here. We had to interview people. Some of you were interviewed not knowing that it was my brainchild. And some of you, honestly, I have to say, you made our jobs very difficult by dragging. We just felt that we need to celebrate and elevate and get that base of statistics going. Yes, in the magazine we will, obviously there will be a few mistakes, but please bear with me and the team, right? It was really a hell of a job to get everything perfect in terms of the stats, the minutes, the goals, etc. But we really tried our best in that one.
At the launch, Mannetti said that he felt the importance to write this book as it will provide the relevant information about football and its achievements in the country for the past decade.
I need to explain to you what sparked the idea. Now, as a 90s baby, as we are called, the 98 squad, and then there's a 2008 squad, and I don't know what is this class called, Ashifeni. The generation of Stiga, I don't know. What class of 2015, 2019, whatever class. But then I realized, Pimbo, please, my former captain, with all due respect, I've realized, okay, let me do a 30-year one. But then the fact that Isak just mentioned, to gather stats in football, it's a hell of a job. That was one of the reasons. The second reason was something just stood out of the past generation. From 2010 to 2020, there was just something special. And they told me and said, no man, I told myself, Ricardo, you have to do the 10-year one. Let's start with that. Because you were part of it, you have more information concerning that. There were more players that signed professional deals in the past decade than the previous decades. I mean, the previous decades, you could mention Colin Benjamin, Ronnie Canalelo, Muhammad Osep, you could actually mention them. In this decade, unbelievable, I think it's over 50, Marco, am I right? Over 50 players signed professional deals, and that says something about the entire football in our country. Another thing that encouraged me to start this project was to bring the football fraternity together and to show corporate Namibia that we can keep this game beautiful. You will not believe it with the next statistic that I will give you. In this decade, football stopped for almost 4 years. For almost 4 years. And if you take the magazine, there will be a serious contradiction to what the norm in the usual daily media is. All that you see is fights. There's smear campaigns, that politic, what. And then you would think that there's nothing happening in football. That's a lie. That's in the boardrooms. So let's keep our eye on the ball. On the pitch, really, the players, coaches, managers, everyone, all the stakeholders, and I want to ask you to give them a round of applause for making history.
The former Brave Warriors head coach had a successive stint with the national senior team as he led them to a first international trophy in 2015, winning the COSAFA Cup, and the national team's second qualification for the African Cup of Nations 2019, which was hosted in Morocco.